Hey Libra, welcome to Key Wisdom. Ruth here with your January 2022 reading, your first of the new year. And we're going to do, as we always do, sun, moon and stars. So we'll look at, first of all, what experiences you're going to be encountering potentially. And then we'll look at what's driving those experiences in the second row. And then in the third row, we'll look at potential outcomes, etc. for you. Tiny's just entered the room. Tiny is an earth sign, I always say it. So I'm taken to saying now that we're reading the weather of your life, my darlings. Okay, so the weather outside is today because of how the weather was yesterday, and the weather tomorrow will be as is because of the weather today. And that's just what we do in tarot. We're looking at the nature of your experiences, what you've been going through, and that indicates for us what potentially you might be encountering, what lessons you might be learning, what things you might be learning to release, what attachments you might be learning to release and to let go and transform out of, etc. Okay, so that's what we're looking at when we do tarot reading. Okay, Libra. Love the earth signs, so clear. The energies, they never disappoint. Oh, see, this is the I suppose you could say the unclear, not unclear necessarily. Okay, so that's the card that just wanted to show its nod its head. So we've got two twos actually, and it's 22, and it's 2020. It's 2022 next year as well, isn't it? So this is obviously quite a significant year just off the bat for you. And I just by these energies here and just what I'm experiencing right now, I feel like clearly this is going to be a significant year for you for some reason. And it's really, actually now as I speak, what it is you are trying to bring about this for yourself this year. You already know what you've been trying to bring about this year, because we know that because we see this card here. Okay, we see the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands tells me that you've already been in a battle to gain that understanding of what it is you actually want to do. Currently though, what you are doing is this: you enter the year 2022 in this scenario where you understand the old ways and the old you and the old life that you are supporting, that you are sustaining, and you also understand the new life that you want and that you're trying to bring to fruition. So for example, this could be working two jobs. So you might have a job currently and you say, I want to work part-time so that I can focus on becoming an actor, for example. So you're going to be doing two things. So it's as if, so you come into this year actually with a very real, even if you've not kind of, cut down, that's just an example about the job. It doesn't have to be that. It's just an example. Say you come into this year and you still have your full-time job and you're only thinking about doing it part-time, for example, so you could pursue music or whatever. It's still a clear idea. Even if you've not actually done anything about it yet, the idea is clear in your mind and you have a clear idea and sense of what it is you're trying to bring in this year. And actually it's because of that's on the back of the work that you've been doing. The sort of awareness of self work that you've been doing. Some may call that spiritual work. You can call it spiritual work if you want, higher self work, whatever you want to call it. You've been doing that work where you've been listening to yourself and giving yourself attention to a permission also to do the thing that you want to do and to bring that into fruition. So you enter this year with a real clear sense of, this is what I want to achieve, and in order to achieve this, I'm going to have to let go of this, or I'm going to have to do less of this. That's the energy that I'm feeling. So let's have a look what it is. Yeah, you're moving forward with the Chariot energy here. And interesting, we've got these two aspects again of self. So we've got the our actions and experiences and externally, and we've got the divine feminine aspects of ourselves, which is our higher self or your awareness. Okay, your wisest, wisest mute part of yourself that you really have to strain to hear. We're moving forward, you're moving forward. So we've got progress with the Chariot, we've got new emotional beginning with the Ace of Cups, we've got the Seven of Wands here, which is about holding on to what you've learned, what you now know, helping that to take you, staying on track, that being the thing that's being your guide, if you will. And the Ten of Pentacles, which was incidentally at the bottom of the pack when I was shuffling before I turned the camera on to film. So you are, I should say, I'm not a Libra, but I like to include myself. You are definitely moving forward. And you know now when you're watching this video what it is you want to do. Even if you haven't done anything about it yet, you know what changes you want to affect in your life this year. And I'll be honest, I don't think anything's going to stop you from doing it, from making those changes, from creating, from building that life, from getting married, becoming a parent, becoming a whatever it is, homeowner, business owner, whatever it is you want to do. You understand that what you have to do, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to propel you forward, to move you forward. You're listening to your instincts, your intuition, your desires, your wishes, your dreams, you know, the heady imaginations and motivations and ambitions that we have when we're children. You're listening to those aspects of yourself, as well as the discomfort of the current situation potentially that some of you found yourself in. You're listening to that, and that's affecting what you're doing. That's affecting your actions. It's affecting how you're taking that into account to take the action that you're going to take. And this is new for you. You know, I've only just read Gemini as the earth sign so far, so you're the second earth sign I'm reading for, and you kind of very completely different cards, but a similar nature to what's happening. Theirs is about self-awareness, but yours is about, but it's about acting differently and behaving differently because of that self-awareness. Yours is a real solid kind of ready to manifest type energy, where you're kind of ready to go. You're ready to go. You're ready to do it. You're feeling differently. You're feeling very capable. I felt a weariness in the reading. I said to them in the middle where I could feel that weariness coming through, but I don't feel that weariness for you, even if it's been hard. This card can indicate that it's been a bit of a challenge to get to where you're at now in your understanding. But I feel like a lot more, like it's a lot more, you're a lot more ready in a sense to kind of to go for it and to do it and to listen to what it is you want to do and to respond to yourself emotionally, and for that to be your guide as well. We've got, as I said, the seven of wands here. The sevens are about a number of mystery, but and a number of wisdom. So we ultimately we learn by asking questions, and then by getting the answers, and then by considering those answers, and then asking more questions, and then reflecting again on those answers. And that's what the number 7 is. That's why it's a number of mystery, but it's also a number of awareness. We learn and gain wisdom and understanding from that type of investigation and from that type of interaction with ourselves. And that's what it's like. You've done that interaction with yourself in 2021 and probably in 2020 as well. And what you've learned, you're holding on to, and that's helping to guide you forward to create and to manifest the thing that you want. It's clear, as I said, I don't know. Not necessarily it's going to just take a month or a week to build the thing that you want to build, or to have the thing that you want to have. I don't know what it is. It could be for some people. Some people might take a bit longer, but there's a definite indication of this is wealth and abundance, and more importantly, security that belongs to you. It's like you have found the source. You understand finally the true source of your security, and you are about to claim it in 2022. And in January, you're going to start doing the things necessary, taking the actions necessary. You're going to start taking the actions necessary to bring forth the things that you've discovered provide you with that security, the wealth, the status, whatever it is for you as an individual that you want, etc. But it belongs to you. You've discovered, you've been on that battle, and you've discovered and know your world, and the world that is yours, and the world that belongs to you, that's your right by birth, if you will. And you are, whether that's, you are meant to be an artist, you are meant to be a photographer, you are meant to be a musician, or you're meant to be an accountant, I don't know. You understand that now. This is you understanding, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm meant to be an accountant, or I'm meant to be an artist. And you also are willing to take the actions in order to bring this discovered security, this discovered source of security and abundance. You're willing to do whatever it takes to bring that to the fore. And that starts in January for you. Okay, so let's look at what's beneath that, what's motivating that. Excellent. Because the Emperor, the mountains in the background of the Emperor, he's traversed these mountains. There are a specific mountain range, I can't remember which one it is, but anyway, when I did my studies a few years ago. But it's a specific mountain range anyway. And anyway, it's the path of the hermit. You go on that path of self-discovery, of perseverance, of constant reflection, self-reflection, and listening to oneself. And that's why when you get to the top of the mountain as the Emperor, you know your strengths and your weaknesses, your likes and your dislikes, your wants and your whatever, what needs to be released, etc., what you're going to do, how you're going to rule, how you're going to live. And this sense of security, that's what I feel a real sense of security for you, and a real sense of sort of solidity for you. And it's interesting I say that, and then we get two of the kind of wispiest cards in the deck, which is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Wispiest in a sense of like, we don't know what's going to happen. Like, we don't know how this is going to actually be done. We don't know where this path's going to go. Well, we do know where this path's going to go. You know exactly where this path's going to go. It's going to take you to your discovered source of security and abundance. You know where that is. You know what it is. And you're going to do whatever it takes to get you to this, to achieve this, to manifest this. But this is we're going to do whatever it takes part. So we're willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to be thinking in your head. I need to be positive. I need to be clear. I need to be forthright. I need to persevere. And you are, and this is you going, I'm going to respond to myself. If it feels bad, I'm not going to do it. If it feels good, I'm going to do it. If I have doubts, I'm not going to do it. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put the energy in. I'm going to put the effort in. This is you, but this is the whatever it takes. So this is I'm going to do whatever it takes. That's what you're going to do. And you're being driven by that energy. And you will, in your mind and in your, body and in your psyche, your awareness, you are prepared to do whatever it takes. And the good news is we've also sort of flanked, if you will, by these two energies, the High Priestess and the Emperor. Because the Emperor understands your limits, your strengths, your weaknesses, whatever. There's not such thing as strength or weakness, but whatever. There's an understanding. The Emperor, there's an understanding of the capabilities and of capability and limitation. And with the Emperor, that's what provides the Emperor with security, and that's what's going to provide you with your security, in a sense of that you can do whatever it takes, regardless of what it means. And this is the quiet, wise, divine, feminine aspects of self. It's the time of Persephone right now. It's the winter. It's winter time, so it's not actually Persephone, to be fair. I say it's Persephone, it's not. It's in the underworld, but it's, these are the pomegranates, so it's representative of that. So I always just link it to Persephone in the underworld, or I have been recently in my own personal meditations. But yeah, it's the time of, it's winter, so we're meant to be underground. But I was saying in one of the readings yesterday that, look what happens when she's underground, for the winter, everything is just beneath the surface and we can't even see it. But look at what it does to the earth. Look at what it does above ground. As above, so below. So inside, that, regardless of how quiet that pain and that sadness is, it does everything on the surface. Waits for her to return. Waits for that wisdom to rise again. Waits for Poseidon. I'm on my wrong god there. Anyway, but Persephone to come back. She Athena waits for Persephone to come back. Anyway, I'm digressing, but basically what I'm saying is you are listening to your inner self, your intuition, your instinct, and also that's what's guiding you. That's what's guiding you. But you see, we've got this with the instinct. We've also got awareness. We've also got the divine masculine, the awareness, the looking at, the interpreting our emotions, the interpreting my instinct, the interpreting my feelings, the reflection of the answers that I've got, the moving in this direction and thinking, oh, how does it feel? Okay, no, okay, move, okay, let me move a bit in this direction. Okay, that's a bit better. We're listening and responding to that. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. You know, so it's a very strengthening year for you. Very, I feel very kind of strong and kind of, you know, steady. I feel very strong and very steady. And I feel that's you, you know, you're on that path of building something strong and steady, building something that's for you, that you should have always been building. You know, you're on that path of building something strong and steady right now. And you've got, you know, for outcomes, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Devil, and the Two of Wands. So I wish and hope that for now, when you're hearing this, that you feel strengthened and stronger. Because, you know, I think that sometimes, well, I can see that sometimes I can see that there is an attachment, which is what the Devil shows, and the Two of Swords also indicates that there is an attachment to see, for some of you, it is. I mean, that's what it is. It's a mistrust in a sense. It's a mistrust of your intuition. It's a mistrust of your instinct. It's a mistrust of this. You know, people say all these terms like, you know, higher self and, you know, whatever. I don't know. Intuition, and, you know, people say all these things and don't really have an understanding of what they mean, you know, what those words mean. And so you're kind of suspicious of, well, what is intuition? What is that? You know, when you're in bed or when you're driving and you're by yourself, you're thinking, you know, what is that? You know, can I even listen to that? Can I trust that? Like, what if it all just... And you've got that kind of, in a sense, that doubt or whatever. Doubt is simply just like anger and jealousy and envy. They're just collateral, if that makes sense. They're collateral in the sense of you're only doubtful because of things that you've experienced before in the past. But doubt is doubt more real or less real than your intuition? Is doubt or fear more real or less real than your dreams? Is doubt or fear more real or less real than your feelings of happiness? So if you look at it in that sense, they're all as real as each other. They all exist in your awareness only. That's the only place they exist. The only place it exists is because you're aware of it. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So your dreams, your ambitions, your desires, your beliefs, your political views, it exists in the same place as everything else, as the same place as intuition, as star signs, as psychics. They all exist in the same place, your awareness. And so that's you have to kind of get your head around that. You have to kind of get your head around the fact that your awareness creates your reality. So what you believe to be true and what you believe to be false, which is what this card is representing for you in this reading, this moment, in this month, that is going to determine your actions, your beliefs. So whether you believe that fear is real, or that time is real, or that money is real, or that whatever, red is real, whatever you believe, those are the things that determine your reality and determine your actions. So you could have a little bit of a Manhayana experience this month. So Mahayana is like a moment of inspiration. Okay, that's the Southern school of Buddhism. That's the one that says anyone at any moment can have an awakening and be like, oh, and just learn something and see something so clearly that it changes the course of their life, because it just simply changes what they believe, and then it simply changes the perception of something, and then that simply changes what they then go on to do after that. This could be indicative of that. I'm feeling that type of energy of, you kind of trying to get the message to learn that the battle was worth it. And I can see that doubt underneath there with the Seven of Swords, but also the sun is there, that awareness. Look at that, sun and moon together. So that's ultimately your divine masculine, divine feminine, and your awareness and your instinct and your intuition coming together, and your instinct. So as I said, is what's more real, fear or intuition, dreams or cardboard? They're all real because you are aware of them. So that's what you need to kind of recognize. I really feel like you're having that type of experience where with this month, you're thinking, you have that kind of ta-da moment, that eureka moment where something shifts in your mindset, where you actually recognize that you can affect your future and your current circumstances and your current feelings of comfort and discomfort, that you can directly affect them and impact them and change them simply by applying your awareness and simply by responding to emotionally and energetically whatever it is you're feeling and experiencing. So this is us being, or us, I said I'm not a Libra, but I'll include myself. This is us being stuck on, this is being stuck on a way of thinking. This is you being chained to, we call it attachment in mindfulness. It's called an attachment. This is you being stuck to thinking or perceiving a certain way, something in a certain way. And this is, what's beautiful about this is it's karmic, because it's showing us that everything that you're doing is showing you more about yourself. So in this process, as you come into January and you're ready to go forward and do what it is you want to do, understanding where you're gonna get your security from and bringing that to fruition, it's in that process that you have to listen even harder to your intuition, to your feelings, to your emotions. You have to listen even harder to what you're telling yourself in your mind. They are going to be the things that guide you and propel you forward. And in doing that, in engaging in that process, that is going to show you more attachments that you hold, more beliefs that you recognize don't actually, it's just as that's just as real as that, which means that doesn't exist and neither does that. So your path in the month of January into February, which is what the bottom row suggests to us, that's the start moving forward. It's the process of doing and manifesting the thing that you are trying to do and manifest. Engaging in that process is going to display more attachments for you, and that's a beautiful thing, because that is literally karma in action. That's what karma is. That's the whole point of karma. Karma means the imprint of your past actions. So to understand the impact on you, not on anyone else, on you, of what you did, of what you said, of what you thought. So this is karma. So you're going to be releasing. This is going to be a releasing year for you this year. It's a year of love, 2022. And you're going to be releasing a lot of old ways of thinking, old ways of perceiving about yourself. And you're definitely going to be moving toward a well more secure, abundant future, because that's what you found, and you know that is yours, and you're going to do whatever it takes to get that and to achieve it and to bring it to fruition. Okay, my darlings, I hope you like that reading, Libra. Keep an eye out through January for Key Mind, which is my brand new mindfulness brand. I'll be putting some little videos out, etc., so you can follow and you can subscribe and you can find out lots of interesting things about there, and it's beautiful, and I hope you love it. Have a wonderful festive season, my darling Libras, and I will see you all again in January around the 21st with your brand new readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.